Backup equipment. Who here runs multiple sets of equipment? Show of hands. I do. I'd recommend you do as well. The old saying goes, if you have one, you have none, and if you have two, you have one. What that means is basically at all times, you need equipment that you can rely on, because if you only rely on one set, if something happens to it, you basically have nothing. You basically have no sets. So, even if you have, let's say you have a brand new mower or brand new trimmers, that it's not guaranteed that equipment is going to work all the time. You're going to have maybe an issue that you have to have a warranty work on, and warranty work, it's not immediately like they give you another mower. I mean, sometimes they have loaners, but sometimes they don't. You know, you roll the dice on that proposition if you decide to not have multiple pieces of equipment. When I first started, I only had obviously one trimmer, one blower, one edger, one mower. I worked my way up to where I had multiple sets. At one time, I had as many as 12 mowers. I don't necessarily recommend you have that much equipment, but you need at least, in my opinion, if you're running a profitable business, 50 plus clients, you need at least 2 stand-on mowers or 2 zero-turn mowers, something like that, whether you run a 52-inch cut deck or a 60-inch deck or a 48, which I run 48s, but if you run a larger style of deck like that, you need at least 2 of those. That way, if you have one of them running, if you have to put one of them in the shop, you still have one of them running that can run your daily route for for a week or two while you get the other machine up and going again. And you need at least 3 push mower type mowers, 3 type of finish mowers, because those take a lot more beating. Those those wear out a little bit faster, potentially. So, you can tear those up a lot easier than you can a zero turns, riding mowers and standards and that sort of thing. So, you need like for me, I have 2 stand-on mowers. I have the Vantage and the Grandstand. They're both 48s. And then I also have the gas-powered 30, which is currently down awaiting repairs, which is one of the inspirations I'm making this video for. The gas-powered 21 and the battery-powered 21, which is, if you notice in the back of the truck right here, I have the battery 21 and the gas-powered 21. Those are the mowers that I'm running with today. Now, as far as like handheld equipment goes, I mean, really, those things, there's people that break those all the time. Sky's kind of the limit on that. You could have 3, 4, 5 sets of those, depending on. Just keep in mind, sometimes you're not gonna be able to keep stuff going. What is this guy doing? Come on, move. Go, it's green. Man, see what I mean? These people cannot drive. This jackass just ran a red light. Anyway. Yeah, so you need multiple sets. Like these guys here, I guarantee you these guys have like 15 sets of trimmers in their workshop. I guarantee you that. They probably have 5 or 10 mowers, zero-turn mowers sitting around in their shop, And obviously they're a big crew, but the more jobs you have, the more equipment you need in order to be profitable, in order to stay in business. It's all about staying in business and keeping things going. If you have to shut down for any reason, such as a truck broken down or equipment broken down, you're losing money. You're going to lose money. You're going to lose clients. It's just not a good situation. It's not a good look either as a business owner. So, yeah, multiple sets of tools. I would say probably, personally, I have my battery-powered trimmers, which I use every day. Those are my main trimmers, and I have a gas-powered Echo power head that I use, and I have a set of steel equipment, my steel power heads, that I don't use all that often, but when I need them, they're there. And I got 2 backpack blowers. You need at least 2 backpack blowers if you're running a business like this, because you know, even the bigger powered backpack blowers, they break sometimes. You're going to need multiples of that. You know, you're going to need at least 2 trucks, in my opinion, if you're running a good profitable business. You're going to need at least 2 vehicles that you can get going. Can you do it on one? Yeah, technically you can do it on one. I mean, I've even known of people that did it on 0. You know, they just rented trucks every week for their route, which, I mean, I don't recommend that. And if you have 1 truck and it goes down and you have to rely on rentals, you know, like U-Haul and short-term truck rentals like that, not only is it expensive, but, you know, you're not doing yourself any favors either. And you kind of, you know, I would personally think it's kind of clownish to show up every week in a U-Haul truck and work a route. You know, I would think that was kind of foolish. I would not prefer that look for my business. So I would prefer to have my trucks, both of them owned, both of them in relatively good shape, running and driving, and able to carry a day's worth of work, you know, able to carry work without needing constant attention. And not, you know, if you have a truck that has a bad transmission, you're not going to get very far. If you have a truck that has overheating issues, or, you know, the brakes don't work, you're not going to get very far. So keep your vehicles updated, make sure everything's maintained and going well. But yeah, multiple sets of equipment. I'm not telling you to go crazy. I've had 12 mowers at one time. That was nuts. I'm good at the number I have right now with the client base that I have. If I were to get a good sized chunk of clients, more clients, I might consider buying another stander or a sit down even, potentially. I don't know. I might buy another battery powered push mower, just because there's I know Greenworks makes a 25-inch mower and a 30-inch mower. I would really love to demo them before I actually buy one, but I would love to kind of see how those handle, because the battery-powered push mower is actually my favorite push mower that I have, my little Echo, but it's just not fast enough. The Cell Propel is not fast enough to be practical for everyday mowing. It's good for like a couple of tiny little backyards, but it's not really made for carrying the load of everyday, you know, even if you're push mowing small backyards, it's not made up for that. I'd kind of like to get my hands on one of those Greenworks commercial 25 or 30 and see how they handle. But that's coming down the pipeline. It may not happen for a while or ever, to be honest, but we'll see. We'll see what goes on. So yeah, just wanted to make that quick little talk video here. I'm on the route now, getting out a little bit later today, but no big deal. I'm getting going and finishing up some, doing 1 or 2 first cuts today, and then getting the rest of things done that's on the schedule. So best of luck to everybody else out there, and stay safe. Have a good one.